Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Bat here. Hope you're doing well. Today is the 15th anniversary of 2009's Terminator Salvation. This is the one that stars Christian Bale, Sam Worthington, Bryce Dallas Howard, Moon Bloodgood, and Helena Bonham Carter. This was directed by Mick G. Mick G was known for the Charlie's Angels movies in the early 2000s. I also think he was part of the OC, the TV series that was on the WB and the CW for a while. A fan of this movie. I think it's actually the best sequel of the Terminator franchise after Terminator 2. I didn't want people to start losing their minds right there. Did he just say the best sequel? Who the fuck is this guy? It's the best sequel after Terminator 2. After. I don't think Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, was nearly as good. Too goofy in moments. A good part of that movie is the ending. When everything gets blown up. When all the nukes go off. That's the best part of the movie. Yeah, you fucking killed him. Yeah. Bye-bye humanity. Ooh. I always like this one. Number one, I like that they took the franchise in a different direction. Like, after a while, Terminator 2, Terminator 3, Terminator Genisys, Terminator Dark Fate. We're gonna send two Terminators back in time. A good one and a bad one to protect the leader of the resistance, John Connor, or Sarah Connor, or whoever that woman was in Dark Fate. It's like, can you guys do something different now? You keep doing the same thing over and over. Let me guess, there's going to be a good Terminator and a bad Terminator. Oh, you're correct. You must be the smartest man on Earth. I like how this one goes into the war. Into the actual war that we've never seen in a Terminator movie. Yeah, we've seen those futuristic flashes, in Terminator 1, Terminator 2, even the opening of Terminator 3. But we've never seen an actual movie deal with the actual war. And I like that this one does that. I also love the way this movie is looked, how they shot the movie, how they give it this silver sepia look to it. The frame is all silver, almost like the metal that the Terminators have. I love the look of it. It brings this post-apocalyptic look, but also with that silvery hue, if you will. It just gives it that metal, like the Terminators have taken over humanity, the world. I think it's a unique look. I also love how this movie deals with a lot of practical and practical as in animatronic, with the Terminators. There's a variety of them with different, looks to them. I think that's great. You still have some CGI moments of Terminators, and we'll get to that in the third act. But they use a lot more practical. Stan Winston, the guy behind Jurassic Park, and the original Terminators and Alien, using practical makeup, practical effects. I think that adds to this movie feeling more realistic, more real. I think the action's really good throughout. There's different action, there's car chases, there's shootouts, there's chase sequences. It all works in the movie. I actually like Christian Bale as John Connor. I look at Christian Bale in this role. He's very serious. He never cracks a joke. He's never quick. I don't think he doesn't even smile ever in this movie. And that's John Connor, the leader of the resistance. What I also like in this movie, he's not the leader of the resistance. You know, he's like this man down here on the totem pole. There's a lot of people that don't believe he's this guy, the prophecy, that this one man is going to lead the resistance and defeat the machines. There are people that don't believe it, and I like that this movie kind of shows that slow rise. And we would have gotten more of that if they'd done more sequels in this timeline. I like that a lot. Yeah, there are a few moments where when he's yelling or he's talking, he sounds like Batman, because he was just coming off of the Dark Knight at the time. So you do sometimes get a little bit of that, here, over here, you know, where is the trigger? You wouldn't give it to an ordinary citizen. Swear to me. You know, Batman. That was pretty damn good. I'm like Robin Williams, like I said, short, hairy, and funny. Also, the other cast, Sam Worthington, he was an unknown. This was actually before the first Avatar. People get that confused. They're like, no, Avatar came first. No, Terminator came first. Avatar came out later that year in December of '09. This came out in May of '09. That's like a 7 to 8 month difference. It just seemed like it if he's doing a Terminator movie, and then the Avatar, the James Cameron movie, James Cameron, Avatar, James Cameron, Terminator, yeah. Oh, this was the first movie with Sam Worthington. Yeah. Sam Worthington does a really good job since he's playing a robot. You know, he works almost like Arnold in the first Terminator. He's not that great of an actor, but he's good since he's supposed to be a robot who doesn't talk much and has very monotone. It works. Yes, we all remember the marketing. The trailer gave away the twist that Sam Worthington was a robot. They gave that away in the trailer. That would have been a bigger what in the movie when we saw it, but the marketing back then really liked to give away a lot of things in the trailer, and that was one of them. Here's this big reveal halfway through the movie. Whoops! He's a robot. Fuck. Also adding to this movie, we have the infamous Christian Bale on the set of Terminator Salvation that was leaked to the public in the summer of '08. The whole, him going off on his cinematographer, you know, the DP, the director of photography, yelling at him because he was working on a scene while the DP was changing the lights on the set, and one of the lights hit Christian Bale, the light itself, you know, shined in his eyes, and it threw Christian Bale off when he was thinking and getting into character. And Christian Bale is a method actor, and he went off on the cinematographer. You amateur! Oh my, you know, you can go on YouTube and find it. But that was like, gee, did you see that? Sorry, Christian, I did it. Ugh. But yeah, that was that was the other thing that led into this movie. Oh, that Christian Bale ran yelling at a crew member. How awful. In today's world, they were probably trying to cancel Christian Bale. The late, great Anton Yelchin, who came in and played Kyle Reese. I thought he did a great job. But he really looked like Michael Biehn from the original Terminator. This was a breakout summer and month for Anton Yelchin. He opened that month of May of '09 with the reboot of Star Trek. And then 2 weeks later, he was in Terminator Salvation, kind of like a reboot sequel, playing the young Kyle Reese. So that was a banger month for him. You know, minor negatives I have with this movie. Um, they do play off of a lot of the famous dialogue, quotes from the original a lot. Come with me if you want to live. I'll be back. Um, and a few others that it kind of started to become like, okay, we get it. We know what you're doing. Also, the ending with the CGI Arnold Schwarzenegger, because at that time Arnold was still governor of California, so they couldn't get him to come in and play the role. I don't know why they did that. I know what they were going for, but that's the one part where the CGI doesn't look good, and even back then it didn't look good. Not to mention he's only on screen for like maybe a minute, and then he gets, fire comes on him and all the skin melts off, and then it's just the metal skeleton T-800. I think they should have just left it as the metal skeleton of the T-800 and showed on a computer screen or a monitor the overall design, and that's where you should have shown Arnold Schwarzenegger on a monitor and like this is gonna be the final product. Like this movie, like there's not really any humor to it. I do like the relationship between Sam Worthington's Marcus and Moon Bloodgood's character. I thought they had an interesting relationship. Also, the other thing I didn't like about this movie, the opening of this movie, the title sequence. They have the title Terminator Salvation at the beginning of the opening credits, and then as soon as the opening credits end, before we get that first scene in the movie, they have the title again. They have the title twice in the opening credits. That I am a huge fan of this movie. I wish they made a sequel to this movie and brought back Christian Bale, Bryce Dallas Howard, Anton Yelchin. I would have loved to see more of this giant battle war play out. I think Christian Bale was a better John Connor than really other than for Edward Furlong. I mean, Nick Stahl, Jason Clarke, and they killed off John Connor in Dark Fate. So let me know in the comments below, are you a fan of Terminator Salvation? Is this one of your favorite Terminator movies outside of the first two? Let me know in the comments below. Matt the Mad here. I'll be back.